Hello, Teacher Rita here. I just arrived in Croatia. We just moved from Greece to Croatia a couple days ago. It's been a little bit crazy. My husband's on the road. Today is my son's first birthday. Hi, Baba. Oh, careful. So I decided to make my video. I typically would have a better background and not have my kids running around like crazy. But I have a lot of referrals right now, and I thought it would be super helpful for me to make this video. That way I could get you the questions that you have answered in just this quick video, and then you can ask me other questions. Bubba, say hi.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama.
Okay, can you take Bubba for a second?
Mama, hello.
Hi, sweet girl.
Hello. I have
Oops.
a big puppy.
Hi.
Come on, buddy.
Hi, sweet boy. So, there's a couple things I want to go over before I talk about, or before I jump into modeling stuff. The first thing, going into your interview and your demo, yes, they see you. You need to have a few things. You need to make sure you have a plain background. So don't have your background be your living room or your kitchen. You want it to be plain, and you want to decorate it with something educational. I always have this whiteboard propped up, and that's where I put my rewards on. You'll see me going over that a little bit later. Bubba, no. Okay. So I would never teach with my kids. Nope. Only when they're sleeping or my husband's home, because it's just a little too crazy. No. So yeah, you're going to want to have a good background. You're going to want to have good lighting. My lighting is not great right now. I would typically have it a little bit brighter. They're going to really be looking for that. You want to also make sure that you have a reward that is visible, that you can show them. So what I do is, this one is my emoji reward. I have a little telephone, and then they get emojis when they do a good job. So you would show them, you get a good job, and you'd put the emoji up, and they can see it as they go. So making sure you have a reward. And the next thing is to make sure you're wearing preferably an orange shirt. If you don't have an orange shirt, a plain one. So this right here has words on it. I would never wear this while teaching. I always wear an orange shirt. It's just a part of what I do. Some teachers don't. Because we're independent contractors, they can't make us, but I just think it goes good with the image. It's easy. I just throw it on, take it off, no problem. But if you don't have one, just wear like a plain colored shirt. So if you have like a blue shirt with nothing on it, wear that. That's perfect. The next thing is to make sure that you are using TPR. If you don't know what TPR is, you need to Google it and learn a little bit about it.
Mama.
Because it's super important for VIP Kid. And the next thing is to use little to no incidental language. With English language learners, a lot of people typically just want to keep explaining things, but it's not effective. You want to use as few words as possible, lots of TPR, and modeling. So if they're not getting something, explaining it isn't going to help. You need to model and show them how to do that. So that's what you'll see a lot when I'm doing my demo for you today and answering the questions I've seen a lot of. Bubba, don't fall. So yeah, you want to make sure that you are using TPR, no incidental language. You've got a visible reward, good lighting, a good educational background. And then the next thing is a headset. So I typically wear always my headset, which is like a noise canceling headset. Really great. I've taught in pretty unprofessional places, but they've never known because I have my noise canceling headphone. For your interview and your mocks, I think it's fine to have your earbuds. I didn't go buy mine until I was hired, so I get it. But if you do have access to one, definitely wear one. And then make sure that you talk slow. So right now, obviously, I'm talking a lot faster than I would be if I was teaching my lessons. You'll see when I do my demo, the speed that I go at. With my level 5s and 6s, I go a lot faster than with my level 2s. So you just kind of adjust and get a feel for it. So yeah, those are the things you want to know going into your interview. Then you also want to make sure that you're using props. I'll show you a few of the props that I would use for this lesson. I think I consider myself kind of a minimalist with VIP Kid. I have a few props and I do use them, but I'm not crazy. I'm not constantly printing things. I mean, I just don't really have time. Living abroad with my husband and my family and no one to help. I don't have a lot of free time, and the free time I do have, I want to use with my family. So I just kind of use what I got, and it works great. My kids love it, and we have a lot of fun. So yeah, I will give you ideas for some props that you can use. And then, yeah, I will just kind of show you how I do this. I'll talk to you through it a little bit, but I'll try to do more demoing than talking. The first 2 slides that you get from Vipkid are just kind of informational for you. The demo assessment where it lists the objective, the vocabulary, the sentence pattern, that is super important for you to like put in your mind as you're teaching. These sentence patterns are how you're asking your questions. You're not saying, how are you? You are saying, how do you feel? And then they are saying, I feel happy. They aren't saying, I am happy. So you want to make sure you're making those corrections and they're saying those frames. And then the vocabulary, those are new words for them. You want to make sure that they know those words. So that's knowledge for you. Once you go into your interview, you will take a few minutes. The employee will be based in China, and they will ask you a couple questions about your experience teaching, experience with kids. That part is super brief, and then they will ask you if you're ready, and you'll just kind of jump right in. Really, really casual, quick. I was super nervous. And I think that I could have done better if I would have tried to relax a little bit before. So just try to find a way to relax and you'll do great. Don't worry too much. Just remember the things that I've told you and yeah, you'll rock it. So I made sure when I went into the classroom, you go in and it says like upload documents and then you do the one that's there, which is this. And then I went ahead and changed the slide to slide 3 because that's really the first slide that you'll begin teaching on. So when I went in, I think you can go in an hour ahead. I think I tried 2 or 3 hours and it let me in. So I went in super early, got myself situated. Remember, you are being recorded and audio. So if you don't have a headset that has a mic button, which is what I have, just keep in mind. So like if you like got people naked behind you or something. So just remember that. I didn't know that, but nothing crazy happened. I was just practicing. So they just saw me practice a bunch. So yeah, go ahead and go to slide 3. And then when they ask you if you're ready, you'll say, yep, I'm ready. And then you'll go right in. Hello, my name is Teacher Rita. What's your name? My name is Jessica. Hi, Jessica. How old are you? I am 5 years old. Good job, Jessica. And the number one question I get is how do you transition? So as I'm saying, good job, Jessica, I'm using my left hand and I'm changing my slide with my right hand. And then I'm right to the reward slide. On this slide, I would say, today, when you do a good job, and this would be propped, you will get an emoji. Okay? Change the slide. On this slide, I recommend having 3 emojis of sad, angry, and happy on popsicle sticks. Super easy to use, and it will, again, hi, Bubba. Let them know what emotion it is while you're saying it and they can see it. So, yeah, you're going to want to hold up the popsicle sticks during this lesson. So the first part, when I'm here, I would underline when I am sad, I feel like crying. So I'm going to underline that. I'm going to have my sad. I don't have my second hand right now. I'm going to have that popsicle stick. And I'm going to say, when I am sad, holding it up, I feel like crying. When I am sad, I feel like crying. Good. Circle crying. Crying. Good. Underline when I feel angry, I look this way. Again, hold up your angry emoji. When I feel angry, I look this way. Good job. And anytime they make mistakes, let them finish and then circle where they messed up and then correct them by saying, good, and then repeat. Good job. And then go ahead again. When I feel happy, I smile all day. Underline that. And then hold up the happy emoji, holding it up. When I feel happy, I smile all day. No, Bubba. Here. No. taking all my props. Here you go. Take this. Whoa. So then I would have them say that last one. Good job. You get an emoji. And I would put it on my whiteboard. Great job. High five. And you're smiling the whole time. When you're like trying to think, you're still smiling. You're just changing the slide. And then you go to the next one. So this next slide, I would have a note card with an M on it. And I would say, what letter is this? M. Good. M makes the sound M makes the sound Good. And then I would hold up a prop for each one. So this is a rat, but I'm just going to pretend it's a mouse. So I would hold up the mouse and I would say, what do you see? I'm going to cut my eyes. What do you see? I see a mouse. Good. What sound does mouse start with? Good. Great job. Circle mouse. Underline the elephant. Hold up the elephant. What do you see? Elephant. Good. What sound does elephant start with? Good. Cross it out. No. Bud, where are you going? Then underline the monkey. Hi. Oh. Okay. Underline the monkey. Hold it up. What do you see? Monkey. I see a monkey. And then you're going to, Bubba. Okay. So then you're going to hold up the monkey. What do you see? They're going to say monkey. And then what sound does monkey start with? Good. Circle monkey. So if a student says the wrong sound, if they're saying elephant starts with M, I would be prepared to just break down the word. Elephant. Mouse. Once they hear the sounds, it'll click and they'll understand, okay, mouse is monkey is So just be prepared, but typically in the interview, they're going to just kind of go with what you're saying and it should flow well. And then you're going to say, good job, you get an emoji. And I'm going to put it up. Great job. Go to the next slide. On this one, I always recommend using a whiteboard. And when I'm teaching blending in class, I do it with my hands a lot, but I do write it on the boards, especially for kids that are struggling. But I do a mix of hands and the whiteboard. So with this, I would have it already written out. Oh, there goes Bubba. And I would underline B. And I would say B. And she says B. I'm going to say good. B. Correct her. Make sure they're not saying B. B. So you're going to say B. And then underline egg. Good. B. Egg. Bag. Great job. Underline L. La. L. O. O. Egg. Leg. Good job. And then you'll give them an emoji. But again, pay attention to their sounds. A lot of kids are going to want to say la. It's not la, it's o. O. Egg. Leg. So just pay attention to that. I would definitely let them try to do this second one by themselves. If they're really struggling, then again, model. Don't explain anything. Just show them and have them repeat you. And then good job. And then you move along. Transition past the slide or past the reward. Show them. Very good. And then you get to the next slide. I go straight to feelings and I underline it and say, feelings. Good. I have many feelings. I have many feelings. Good. On this one, I would circle Lily. This is Lily, by the way. Circle her and say, how do you feel? I feel sad. And you're going to hold up your emoji showing sad. Good job. Yes. Circle Lily. How do you feel? I am happy. Good. I feel happy. Showing the emoji. Very good. Underline the next one. How do you feel? I feel angry. Good. Make sure you're using those emojis. They love the props. It works really, really well. And then you go into the next slide. You give them an emoji or a reward. You get an emoji. Very good. And then you go to the next one. So on this slide, I think it's super helpful to have a printed Lily and a printed Dino. So you can screenshot this slide right here and just print and cut them out, and that works well. I have some that I can send to you also. It helps just to show them that it's a conversation, and it lets them know when they're supposed to speak. So I would, on this one, hold up Dino and say, Dino, Lily, how do you feel? Hold up Lily, hold up the angry emoji. You're going to cup your ear, and you have your emoji in your hand, you're cupping. I feel angry. Good, yes. Then go to the next one. How do you feel? Grab Lily, show the happy. I am happy. Good. I feel happy. Making sure to correct them. A good way to correct them is to say good and then have them say it correctly so that you're not discouraging them and you're encouraging them instead. Make sure they're pronouncing everything correctly and they have the dialogue going. Good job. You get an emoji. Goes on their phone. And then you go to the next one. So on this slide, I get a lot of questions also about playing the basketball game and introducing that. I don't even mention the basketball because I think that's a lot of incidental language. Depending on the kid, sometimes when I'm teaching, I also don't really integrate that part of the lesson. I just focus on the content and have them draw lines. So on this one, I would circle angry and I'd hold up the emoji and say, angry. Good. And then I would say, draw a line, angry, and let them draw the lines. They are super smart and they will quickly draw the lines because they're going to see the angry face and they're going to look down and see the angry face. And then I would go to happy again, hold up the happy. Happy. Good. Draw a line. Happy. They're going to draw the lines. They will 99% of the time draw the lines correctly after you do that. Let's say they draw it wrong. One of the faces is wrong. I would go back, circle the face, and say, happy, angry, holding up your popsicle sticks. And then they are going to realize they messed up and they'll correct it. Super easy. And then this is also your last slide. So on this slide, when you finish, great job, Jessica. Awesome. Bye. See you soon. Good job. And then as soon as you finish that, the interviewer will let you know, come here, bud, what your pay rate is if you've moved on to the mock. Remember, whatever the rate is, you add an additional $2 per half hour and then double that amount for an hour as long as you get 45 classes in a month, which is, 22 and a half hours for a month. So super easy to get that amount of hours. I always encourage my recruits to get that because it does add up if you get that amount of hours in. I know a lot of people that do this part-time, they make sure they do just because the extra 50 cents per class was extra $1 an hour. Again, so when you are talking to them about this, this is the time when you would negotiate. You would say, let's say they offered you 8. I always encourage people to go up at least 50 cents. And it can be kind of awkward, but I would just say, oh, I'm really excited about this, but I was hoping to be making 21 an hour. So I was hoping for the 8.50. Is there anything you can do about that? And they will usually just bump it right up. So I know it can be kind of awkward, but I always recommend it. If the highest you can get as a new hire is 8.50, which is 21 an hour with the 10.50 plus 10.50. So if you don't get that 8.50, ask for it, especially if you have teaching experience and if you think you did well in the interview. And then, so they're going to say, okay, we'll move on. Great job. So if you have any questions about the interview and the demo lesson, please, you have my number. Message me, write me on Facebook, write me here, and I will totally guide you through this process. I think that's one thing that I'm proud of, is that I like to walk my referrals through the process. I don't like you just to click my link and move on. I want to make sure you get hired. So ask me questions. I'm still getting settled here in Croatia. Oh, there goes my light from my son. But I would love to answer the questions that you have, especially regarding the demo. If there's any slides you weren't sure about, please let me know, and I will talk to you soon.